Our next stop on our attractions tier list arrives in Animal Kingdom. A lot of discussion about this park is whether it's truly a full day event or one you just stop in when you do a water park on the same day. Animal Kingdom would probably be my last choice to visit, but that's not to say there aren't reasons to enjoy your time there. The first ride we'll cover is one that at the time of this recording will be closing in just a few months. But as long as it's still standing, let's see where Dinosaur ranks on our list. I probably won't spend too much time here since I did a whole video on ways Disney could improve this ride. Needless to say, I'm not a huge fan of this attraction. I'll give a brief overview on the reasons why, but if you watch that video, I'm pretty sure you're sick of hearing me repeat myself. But basically, Dinosaur is way too dark and way too bumpy of an attraction to be enjoyable in my opinion. I get yelled at for bashing this ride, but if you enjoy it, that's perfectly fine. There are things that I like that most people think are stupid, pretty much this channel. So it should come as no surprise that Dinosaur is firmly planted in the Jurassic period as it sits in the D tier. Not the worst ride in the world, but I'm not sad to see it go. But let's get a little bit more positive and talk about the Kilimanjaro Safari. While in no ways perfect, it's a unique experience to see the marriage of a Disney park and a zoo, but the safari does just that. A big downside though is the animals that you want to see may not be out at the time you get on your Jeep. Other than that, the sights you'll see are exclusive to Animal Kingdom and this attraction. Your guides are very informative and provide interesting facts as you embark on your journey. We'll place the Kilimanjaro Safari firmly in the A tier. For zoo and animal lovers, this is probably the whole reason they buy a Disney ticket. But being an outdoor attraction holds it back from being an S. This is still a highlight for me every time I go to Animal Kingdom. Let's travel from Africa to Asia and talk about their most popular attraction, Expedition Everest. In my opinion, one of the most detailed and lore-filled rides. From the music to the architecture, this is the last attraction Disney put their whole heart into making. For a roller coaster, the wait times are usually pretty reasonable, only being about 30 minutes long, and even shorter if you and your party are okay being split up in a single rider line. The only downside I can really speak on is what Disney fans know as the Disco Yeti. This large primate animatronic used to move and lunge towards the riders, but now since its breakdown, Disney just uses a strobe light to distract us from the stationary beast. But with all that being said, this is still my favorite thrill ride in all of Disney World, so for me, it's an easy S-tier attraction. If you could handle the drops and spins, this ride I can't recommend enough. Let's stay in Asia and talk about the Kali River Rapids, an attraction you'd find at a great adventure theme park. This circular raft attraction tries to tie in a generic river ride with an environmentalist theme, which neither premise really works together. It's a shame because I find this queue to be one of the best to wait on. Its Fountains and Small Village vibe gets an A just for the immersion. The ride, however, falls a bit short and is something I'll only go on if someone else wants to ride it. Much like Dinosaur, the scenes go by way too fast to tell a story of any kind, let alone one Disney considers an important cause. I'll have to put this in the D tier, but I really wish I could rank it higher. We go from replica continents to the silver screen coming to life as we travel to the world of Avatar. We'll cover the periwinkle version of It's a Small World, the Navi River Journey. On the surface, it's everything I should love. A slow-moving boat ride that is a show building built from the ground up specifically for this attraction. But with all that being said, the final product turned out to be a short, beautifully bland experience. When most of your budget goes towards one animatronic that barely works, it's no surprise the final product came up just a little bit short. To be fair, it's not a terrible ride and it's decently enjoyable, if not overwhelmingly dull. I'll put it in the C tier, but I could understand people wanting this a little higher or lower, but for me, this is the definition of mid. We'll wrap things up with the other attraction in Avatar Land with Flight of Passage. Before experiencing this ride for myself, I heard the term greatest ride of all time being thrown around, so my expectations were sky high. I can't really say it delivered on the hype. As I stated many times before, simulator rides just aren't my thing. But this had just enough Disney magic for me not to banish it to the D tier. The theming is incredible and flying through Pandora on the back of your Banshee even made this hardened Disney veteran crack a smile. I can't go as far as S or A tier, but for me putting this in the B tier feels about right. Some might argue it deserves to be even higher, but for my personal preference, it's perfectly solid where it is. But that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for hanging out with me while going over my Animal Kingdom tier list, and hopefully I'll see you on another upload. So until next time, drop a like if you enjoyed this, subscribe if I earned it, and thank you for watching.